up everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Tierney. If you're new here, hello and welcome. And for today's video, we're going to be doing another reading vlog. I had a lot of fun doing my last one. If you haven't watched it, you should definitely go check it out. It is going to be linked right up there. But this reading vlog, I've decided to try and read books, or books to finish, wait, what? I'm going to try and get through books, like, what is the word I'm trying to think of? Okay, I'm going to try and continue to read series that I'm in the middle of, like books that are in series that I'm in the middle of, if that made sense. Because, like, I don't think I'm gonna finish some series. Like, maybe I'll finish, like, a series, but, like, all the other ones are not, like, it's the second book in the series, so I'm definitely not gonna probably finish them. Does that make sense? Anyway, I've seen a lot of people do this, and I think it'll actually really help me get finished or get through series quicker if I film myself reading them. So, I have quite a few series that I'm in the middle of, and I wrote them all down just so I didn't forget what they were. And so, all the series I'm in the middle of, made a little note. It is Shadow and Bone. I only read the first book, so I have the other two still. The Twisted series by Anna Huang. I only have the last book left to read, which is Twisted Lies, which I could easily finish if I tried. So, that could be one that I actually do complete. The Dirty Air series by Lauren Asher. I've only read the first book, so I have the other three. Percy Jackson. Only read the first book. The Dark Olympus series. I read the first two. I did read a second one, but there's like 7 of them, so that one I definitely won't finish. But I do want to kind of make a dent in it before she comes and does a signing. So, ACOTAR. I still have the last book that's currently published to read. A Court of Silver Flames. Yeah, I just really didn't like Nesta, like, at all, so I just don't want to read it, but everyone says, like, just go into it and read it, so maybe that'll be one in this video. I don't know. I really do need to read it, though, soon. Like, okay, The Remnant Chronicles by Mary E. Pearson. I've only read the first book. I only have the first book. I don't have the other two in the series, but I do really want to read that one soon. It was so good. And I do think about it, like, often. Like, I'll just find myself randomly thinking about what happened. So, but I don't have the other two, so I might just not do that one in this one, because then that would mean I have to go and get them. So, and I'm trying to, like, make my TBR smaller, not bigger. So, what is it called? I think it's called Big Shot, is, like, the series, but it's Tessa Bailey's new book series. It's like starts with Fangirl Down, which is the golf one, and then the Au Pair Affair just came out yesterday, which would be the next book. So that one I could technically finish because it's not like a completed series, but it is part of a series. So, Gideon the Ninth, which is the Locked Tomb series, that was in my reading vlog also, but I don't know if I'm probably not going to do that one. That's a lot, and I need to be, like, mentally prepared to finish that series, which I'm not right now. So, and then I realized while making this list, I also have one on my Kindle that I totally forgot about. I read the first, like, 3 books, and it's the Kingsmaker series by Sophie Lark, which, if you've read the Brutal Birthright series, it's like the spin-off series, which is all of their kids. I didn't read the Brutal Birthright series, but I started with this one, and it's really good. And I've read the first 3. I think there's like 2 more left, so that's another one I could do, like, on my Kindle if I really wanted to. But that one I haven't read one of those books in over a year probably. Like, I don't remember the last time I read those. So those are the ones I can remember that I'm in the middle of, the series I'm in the middle of. I think I'm gonna start with Tessa Bailey because it's just one book and it's really easy, and I love Tessa Bailey and I just got it yesterday, so I can easily read that today. So I'm gonna start with reading Tessa Bailey, The Au Pair Affair. You meet those 2 characters in the first book, which is Fangirl Down, because they're both, like, best friends of the couple that book is about. Yeah, we're gonna do that one. I love Tessa Bailey. Tessa Bailey can, like, do no wrong in my eyes. I've read so many of her books and I cannot recommend them enough. So we're gonna go with Tessa Bailey, The Au Pair Affair first, and then we'll see where this reading vlog takes us. So yeah, all right, see you guys while I'm reading. Okay, I'm only on page 23, but this book is not about Chloe. It's about Tallulah and Burgess. I don't know if I say his name right, but there's a character named Chloe, and she is so annoying. Like, she is the stereotypical dumb blonde, and it's like, I'm just like, she's just bothering me, and it's literally just one little tiny scene, but I'm like, what? And she's acting like she's older, but she's acting like a baby, and it's just, what? Okay, I just had to say that because I'm like, what the heck is this? Like, oh my gosh. Okay, I'll update you when I read more of this, but yeah, just had to say that. Update on the Au Pair Fair. I'm on page 112 now. Been a couple days because with work, it's a little hard to like read a lot before or after work, you know. But I was reading last night and I didn't want to like pull out the camera. Jess was asleep. It was a lot, but I wrote down a thing because it was just so funny. So like there's a scene where they're like at hockey practice and Burgess is like, he's older, and there's two rookie hockey players that like just got on the team their first year in the NHL, and it reminded me so much of Letterkenny. Like, if you've ever seen that show, it's on Hulu, and the whole time I was just thinking that the two rookies were Riley and Jonesy from Letterkenny. It was I couldn't stop like smiling and laughing. I love that show. If you haven't seen that show, you should definitely go check it out. But oh my gosh, it was so funny. I just couldn't stop thinking about that. Oh my gosh. And so like they remind me of Riley and Jonesy, the way they like banter, and like they're just like that typical stereotypical dumb hockey player that like loves women. Like that's how they are in the show, and then the way they were talking just reminded me so much of them. It was so funny. And then Burgess reminds me a lot of, like, he was like a combination of Wayne and Shorzy in that moment, which is really funny because Wayne and Shorzy are played by the same actor. It was so good. And like, oh my gosh. So, and Shorzy is always like making fun of Riley and Jonesy like while they're practicing and stuff because he's usually like reffing them, and he always makes mom jokes. So the fact that Burgess made a mom joke to them, it was just like, oh my gosh, it was so good. Like, I loved that. It was so funny. Oh my goodness. And then when they left like the rink and Sig and Burgess had like their sweatshirts, like that whole interaction reminded me of like Wayne and Daryl like doing something to Riley and Jonesy. So it was just really cool to see like that whole comparison with that. I'm sure Tessa Bailey had no idea that she was doing that, but like that's what I thought of when I was reading. And I ate it up. It was so good. I loved it. This book is really, I love Tessa Bailey, so this book is doing all the right things right now. Like, oh, that was so funny. Like, I could just picture it being Riley and Jonesy and Wayne and Short. Like, oh, it was so good. If you've never seen Letterkenny, you definitely should. It's so funny. It's about this small town called Letterkenny that's in Canada, and it's literally just like their daily lives. Like, that's it. And it's about like the stereotypical like hockey players and farmers, and like it's just so funny. And they're only like 20-minute episodes, so it's not that long. And then there's a spin-off show called Shorzy, which is all about that character and like what he does after like Letterkenny ends. It's so funny. Anyway, that's my update. We're gonna continue reading and we'll update you soon. Yeah, I really like it so far. I feel like Nanny, like I've read a couple like where they're like the nanny and everything, but like this is just, it's just done so well. I don't know. I love Tessa Bailey. I don't think I could ever hate a Tessa Bailey book, but I'll update you with more about the book. I do really like Tallulah and Burgess too. They're so cute. Nothing's happened yet, but like I just love it. And I think I'm a sucker for when it's like a single dad or like there's a kid involved in it, because you get to like not just see like the grown-ups relationship, but then you see their relationship with the kid also, and it's always just so wholesome, and I love that. Like, I don't know, that gets me all the time. So yes. All right, we're gonna keep reading and I'll update you guys soon.
Been to California, never been to LA, so I'll stay home and write these songs, pretend I'll make it someday. I'm friends are getting married, they're all settling down. So I lay here, watch the ceiling fan go round and round. And it's always...
Anytime I read about these two rookie players, I just picture Riley and Jonesy. It's the funniest thing. I can't. This is your sign to go watch Letterkenny if you haven't watched it before, because then you'll understand what I'm saying. Like, okay, if you watch Letterkenny, this like, I don't know, it's so funny, because I'm just picturing them saying it. So it's like, they just realize that Burgess has an au pair, and they're like, is she French? You don't have to be French to be an au pair, you absolute dumbass. Fine, what is she, hot? Like, that's like a country. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then, yes, Mailer, she's from the Republic of Hotness, just below France. Like, come on, that's so, I don't know, that's just funny. Especially, like, thinking about it in terms of, like, that show and, like, those people, because that is something definitely that would happen.
Good trip to the beach or the life of James Dean, and it kills me to think I'm avoiding the pill I can't swallow. Haven't seen my twin brother.
Okay, it's now Monday. This is taking way longer than I thought it was going to take, but something just happened in this book, and I don't know why. Like, I knew something was gonna happen because there's still a lot left of the story, but like, I don't know why that just like hit me, and like, I was not expecting that to happen, but I was just like, oh my god. And now I'm like freaking out. I don't know, it like just came out of nowhere, and I don't know why I like wasn't thinking that was a possibility for that to happen as like the conflict between them. I don't know, but like obviously something was gonna happen because there's that much left, because I'm just like engrossed in the story and just kind of like going with it. Like I'm not thinking about what's gonna happen, if that makes sense. Like, I'm trying to just read and enjoy it and then not see things coming, and that's what I love, because I tend to do that with everything. That's like how I read. So like, I like that I wasn't anticipating that, even though it's like something that I feel like other people have been like, oh, that's gonna happen, and they're probably like, why didn't you see that coming? And I'm like, I don't know, I just wasn't like I don't know, but I was just like, okay, I'm excited to keep reading, even though this was just like a sad part, but like, I'm excited to keep reading. Okay, I don't know what else to say, but I just wanted to update you because I was like, I was not expecting that at all, and I like that when I'm reading, I don't expect things, even if they're like cliche things that I should be expecting, you know? Okay, we're gonna keep reading, and I'll update you if anything else happens. Hello, it's the next day, because I can't seem oh my gosh, why is my voice sounding like that? Because I can't seem to finish books quickly for this video. I thought maybe I could do it in a week, and I've just been busy and it's not working. Okay. Anyway, I did finish The Au Pair Affair by Tessa Bailey. I finished it last night. It was so good, and I loved the bonus chapter too, because, ooh, and I loved the bonus chapter that we get with the Barnes & Noble exclusive, and it was just, I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I love Tessa Bailey. Like, she just does no wrong in my eyes. I love everything she does. Please don't cover me. I give out 5 stars, like, so easily, because if I'm enjoying it, I'm enjoying it. Like, you know, like, I don't know. I like what I like, so just don't judge. Don't judge me for giving out 5 stars all the time. But it was so good. The ending was a little drawn out. Like, the whole, like, forgiving was, like, drawn out a little bit, but I still loved every second of it. Like, oh, it was just so good. Oh my gosh, my nails, like, match. I didn't even plan that, but yeah. I don't really have anything to say. It was just really good. I really enjoyed it. I love a single dad romance, and he's a single dad, and it was just great. And I also love hockey romances, so yeah, definitely recommend. I definitely recommend reading it in order. I know you don't have to because they're interconnected standalones, but the first one is Fangirl Down which is Wells and Josephine, because they do pop up a lot in this book, like throughout the story, and I was like underlining and bracketing like crazy just because like I thought there were so many cute scenes, and like the way men written by women is just superior. Like, oh my gosh, like I love reading the guy's point of view because I love getting in their head, and just like the way they are just so obsessed with their girls is like, oh, I love it. So I was literally underlining and bracketing like everything. It was so good. I highly recommend this. So all right, next, I don't know what I'm gonna read next. Maybe something quick. I have to pull up my list of books that I have for this video. Do I want to go fantasy or continue romance? That's the question. Because I do have two fantasy books that I could do that would go like pretty quickly, because one is Percy Jackson and the other one is the Shadow and Bone series. The second one of both of those I could read, and they would go pretty fast because they're like young adult and juvie readers, so it would go really quickly. Or I could go Dirty Air series because that next book is not as big. This is a struggle. Maybe I'll go Dirty Air. I think the next one is Collided. Let me go grab that really quick. It's only 428 pages. I think maybe I can go with this book, and it's not that like thick, so if I don't finish it, I can bring it with me on my trip this weekend and like kind of continue to read it there. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna go Collided because why not? I'm still in a romancy mood. I do have a book on my Kindle that if I finish this there, I could then continue this video there. So we're gonna go with Collided by Lauren Asher. I did really like Throttled, so I really want to get back into it, and I really like Formula One racing. Surprisingly, I used to watch it all the time as a kid with my dad on like, I think it's like Sundays. It was like always on, and we would just watch it, and I would be obsessed with watching it. And I had like a favorite rider, and I can't remember his name right now. If I figure out his name, I'll put it right here because I was like obsessed with him. He was so good, and he was such a good driver, and yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go Collided by Lauren Asher. So I'm gonna clean first and then start this, but I just wanted to get the ball rolling in this video. So next book, I'll see you when I'm reading it.
I've been around, but I can't get you out of my head. Try to stray, try to forget, but the thoughts, they seem to drown.
Hello everyone. It has been a hot minute since I last talked to you for this reading vlog. I think it's been like 2 weeks since I last filmed like a part of this, and I was like just starting Collided by Lauren Asher, and then I thought I was gonna finish like this whole vlog that week. That didn't end up happening, and then I went on my bachelorette trip, and then I got sick. So here we are 2 weeks later, but we're just gonna keep continuing until I read a third book and finish this vlog out strong, you know? Because I feel like I like to have at least 3 books. I feel like 2 books is not enough, so I want to have at least like 3 books for a reading vlog. So I'm still under the weather. I'm not feeling the best, but I did just finish Collided by Lauren Asher. Hello, it is editing me. I realized while editing this and watching this back, I never explained what Collided was about. I'm like, what? I think I was just so not feeling well that I just completely forgot to explain what the book is about. So I'm just gonna do that really quickly in case people are wondering, because I didn't even say the characters' names. Didn't even say who the story was about. So Collided follows Liam and Sophie. Sophie is the daughter of the president of Bondi, which is one of the Formula One racing companies. And Liam rides for McCoy, which is the rival team of the F1 racing. And you find out in the literal first paragraph or first chapter, because it's the prologue, that it's like 3 years ago they met for the first time. Ow! They met for the first time at a kid's birthday party. She was painting faces and he was just there. And you also see Liam go through a very, very hard time 3 years ago, like right after their meeting and encounter, that basically makes him want nothing more to do with women except be physical with them. He doesn't want a relationship, doesn't want friends, nothing. And then now, 3 years later, in the present, Sophie is deciding to tag along on the F1 circuit for the summer, and for the like kind of the whole F1 circuit racing, and just to like kind of go out and experience life before she finishes college and like travel to all these different places. And obviously she runs into Liam again, and within the first meeting of them, he remembers exactly who she is from 3 years ago and remembers little details about their conversation 3 years ago that... Oh, hi. Anyway, and I just like loved that he remembered those little details, and like you know that he's going to like fall so hard for her just from remembering. Like, who remembers that little of a detail from 3 years ago? So it's like, and he does that throughout the story, which is really, really, like, I love that, and it's so cute. But he's like very, very apprehensive about being friends with her based off of his past and what happened, because he's terrified of that kind of relationship. But it is kind of more like a friends to lovers, and like kind of forbidden because of the rival teams. I had more to say. Oh my gosh, what was it? Oh, and Sophie has like this, she calls it a fucket list, and basically all these bucket list things that she wants to do before she has to go back to school and while on this tour. And Liam offers to help with that list. So they obviously like become closer and all this stuff. I'm not going to go into too much detail about anything, but that's like the gist of like the background of the story. So I'm very sorry I did not put that in when I was filming. I was super sick. So, and I was not really thinking when filming that clip. So, alright, we're gonna move on. That's like the gist of it. Okay, cool. I don't know where I'm gonna put this in the vlog, but we're gonna go back to vlog me. And it took me a little while just because I was doing everything, so I feel like I wasn't as immersed in the book and the story as I would have liked. And I don't know, I just feel like I had higher hopes for this book. Like, I read Throttled, and then when I found out who this book is about, I was like really excited because I thought like I really liked those two side characters in the first book. And then I don't know, it just like didn't hit as hard as I wanted it to, if that makes sense. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars though, because I still really liked it, but it just wasn't what I expected. And like the beginning, the first like half was kind of a little confusing because I would be reading and all of a sudden it would jump, like the next paragraph would jump like weeks ahead of the time. Like, so like the time frame was very confusing in the beginning. Like, I had no idea what was going on, or like that it was happening a few days, few weeks like later in the same chapter, if that makes sense. Like, it would be one paragraph about one thing and then be like, but then now, however many weeks later, but like you don't realize it's that many weeks later, and it takes you a minute to like figure out that it's longer than how it seems, if that makes sense. But yeah, it was good. It was a fun time, but I had higher hopes than what I don't know if I should keep it at a 4. I don't know. I'm still like stirring, is that the right word? Thinking about like what I want to give this. It's nothing above a 4, that's for sure, but like I don't know if it's a 4. I don't know. But anyway, I did finish it, so that is one more book off the TBR, and for this continuing series I'm in the middle of, vlog. So, and I do have the next 2. I have Wrecked and Redeemed. People say they love Wrecked, so I'm hoping that one is better, but we're not going to continue it in this vlog. But yeah, so Collided, Lauren Asher. I do like that it's different. It's not your typical sports romance. It's all about F1 racing, this series, so that's why I really like it, because that's the different than like everyone just always doing these same sports over and over again. So I really like that it's a different world, and I actually enjoy F1 racing. Like I've said before, I'm pretty sure I used to watch it all the time as a kid, so I love the whole world and everything. This book also takes place basically at the exact same time as Throttled does, except you're just following 2 different characters. So that was interesting. I feel like a lot of the other standalone, like interconnected standalone series that I've read recently, they usually pick up right where the last one left off, so like time-wise it's going still in order. But this, it was like I went back in time to reread like their story after I had just read Noah and Maya's story, because they literally take place at the same time. So it'll be interesting to see where the third one picks up. I know it's definitely gonna start possibly like in the middle of this timeline, or it could start after, depending, because the 2 characters, the third book's about Jax, who's another race car driver, and then the girl though doesn't get introduced in this book until like maybe halfway, 3/4 of the way through, so I feel like it'll start there-ish. We'll see. So yeah, Collided by Lauren Asher. Still recommend reading the series. It's been great so far, and I've been enjoying the ride. So, okay. Next, I don't know what I'm going to read next. I have a bunch of, like, more series I'm in the middle of, and I don't know which one I want to go with. I don't think I'm in an ACOTAR mood, so I don't want to read Silver Flames just yet. I feel like I need to reread all of ACOTAR, though, to then go into Silver Flames. I can't, like, just pick up right there. Even though I feel like I could, because I literally remember every single detail about that book. It's, like, ingrained in my memory, because I absolutely love that series. And then, like, Dark Olympus, I don't know if I want to read that right now. I feel like I'm between two right now. I'm between continuing Shadow and Bone and finishing the Twisted series by Anna Huang. So the next one in Shadow and Bone would be Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. Since it's a YA fantasy, the font is not as big. Is not as small, so it's, like, easier to read. So I feel like I could get back into this, though I don't really remember much that happened in the first book, so that could be a problem. Or I have Twisted Lies by Anna Huang, which I have a feeling this might become my favorite of the whole Twisted series, and it's literally the last one in the series. I just need to do it to finish it, and I feel like I could do it. This doesn't look terrible. Like, the words aren't, like, crazy, like, small either, but she is the thickest one out of the series, so that's why it's, like, freaking me out that I'm not going to finish it very quickly. And I really want to get this vlog done for you guys, because I love doing them and I love watching them. So yeah, I don't know. I'm like, and they're both green. I didn't even realize that. And I'm wearing green. Wow, look at me. Didn't even plan that. But I don't know, I just don't know if I'm in a fantasy mood. And I've heard so many mixed things about the series, but I really want to read The Shadow and Bone first before going into Six of Crows, because that's literally how it's published, and Six of Crows is a spin-off series, so I want to, like, understand some stuff that's going on. Like, I don't want to be confused without reading, you know? I've heard you don't have to, but, like, my brain, I have to read this first. But I don't know, I might have to, like, watch a YouTube video on the first book to remember what happened, because I'm not rereading it. Or I could rewatch the show probably, but I don't know. You know, I think this one, Twisted Lies, is calling my name right now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start this one. Yes, we're going to do it. Because then that closes a whole series for me. And then I'm done. So we're gonna start this one and see how far I can get through it within this day. Because I want to try and get a decent chunk through. And I think I can if I just start right now. It's 1:30 right now, so hopefully we can get there. And I have a feeling this is going to be one of my top favorites of the series. My favorite right now is Twisted Games, so I have high hopes for this one, which I did for Collided also, so I'm hoping I don't get, like, my hopes. I hope my hopes aren't up too high. Okay, we're gonna start reading this. We're gonna film me reading some of this, so don't worry, this vlog will be done shortly, and I will hopefully not take as long to do another reading vlog again. But okay, we're gonna read Twisted Lies by Anna Huang. Dedication already has me hooked. Come on. Like, who doesn't love a morally gray character? That's amazing. I love this. Okay, we're gonna read now. There's also a playlist. I did not look at this before, but look at this. I like playlists, but I never actually listen to them when I'm reading. I should probably do that. I should probably look up, like, the book's playlists and stuff. So, anyway, we're gonna read now. choice. I'm already really liking this, and I'm only 7 pages in. So yeah, I definitely made the right call choosing this book. So we'll update you once I read a little more through the book and give you all my thoughts about it. Alright, I am about 60 pages in of Twisted Lies. I almost said Twisted Love, Twisted Lies. I will say, I said it once, I'll say it again. Men written by women are just superior. Oh my gosh. I already love Christian. Like, oh my gosh. And I didn't remember that this was fake dating, and I love fake dating. I don't know what it is, but I just love fake dating. It's such a good trope. I'm eating this up so far. Only 60 pages in, and they just like agreed to like fake date and stuff for each other's benefits. So I'm really liking it. Very good so far. Can't wait to keep reading. Okay, I'll give you more updates when I read more. Okay, I'm like 100 pages in, and I'm like loving this right now. Christian is amazing, and I love a possessive type of man in a book. And I love seeing the guy's point of view. Like, I love getting the guy's point of view. So I'm eating this up right now. Like, only 100 pages in, and I'm eating it up. I cannot wait to continue and see where this goes. This book is over 500 pages long, though. 550, 60 to be exact. That's insane. But, oh, I'm loving it. Oh my gosh. Oh, and like the touch her and die trope. Oh my gosh. I'm living for it. Okay, I love this book already. Okay, we're gonna keep reading, but I just had to, oh my gosh, I just had to say that because I love seeing the guy's perspective and getting that whole, like, touch her and die, she's mine, even though they literally just started fake dating, and, like, he is obsessing over her, and I'm here for it. I love it, every second of it. Obsessed and in love with her. It's insane. Like, he's not admitting it, obviously, but like, oh my gosh, like, he will do anything in his power to protect Stella, and I'm living for it. Like, it's like the trope where it's like he fell first and harder. Like, oh, that is him. That is Christian Harper. Oh my gosh. Like, I just can't. Him being this protective of her is just like pulling at my heartstrings. I'm obsessed. Oh my gosh, I'm loving every second of this. Okay, I just had to update you. Okay, I'm gonna continue reading now. Like, he literally left a business meeting that he's never done before to go see her and make sure she was okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, this is turning into like probably one of my favorite Hannah Huang books so far. Like, he will do anything to protect her, and now he's making her move in to the apartment. I mean, the circumstances are not great or ideal, but it's like he's so protective of her, and I love that. He's like showing her that he will do anything to protect her and make sure she is safe. Okay, that's it. That's my other update. Sorry. Okay, one more thing. I feel like I've just updated this thing like 4 times in the last minute, but I like that there's like an actual story to this book and not just like their romance. Like, there's other things going on in their lives and not just like them falling in love, you know? Like, they're also like dealing with other shit going on, so it's like, and you want to know what happens in that stuff too, not just the romance part of it. Like, you want to find out what happens in Stella's situation and what Christian's gonna do. Like, it's not just like a little subplot, like, it's part of the story, and I really like that about Hannah Huang's stories, especially this one. It's like really intense, and like, I really want to know what happens, and it's not just like a love story, if that makes sense. Like, you're not just watching them fall in love with each other and like all this stuff. You're also doing like, you're experiencing other stuff that's happening, and you want to know that part of the story as well. Hopefully that made sense. Okay, we're gonna try and read more before I interrupt and talk again. I'm loving how Christian is pushing Stella to pursue her dreams when her family like couldn't give a shit less. Like, doesn't care, like, thinks she's not successful, nothing, but he's like literally like, no, you should do this. Like, pursue your dreams, I'll help you. Come on. And like, isn't like pushing for her to have everything like completed right away because she's never done this before. So it's like he's literally trying to like teach her how to do it and be like a businesswoman, and oh my gosh, I love that. I love it. I'm about 40% through, and I'm loving it. Loving every second. I just had to update you. Like, he is like perfect book boyfriend right now. But yeah, I just had to update you with that because I love that he's like trying to help her pursue her dreams and help her learn business and all that kind of stuff. When you learn that her family like couldn't care less about like anything she does, or if she's not doing something perfect like they want her to do, or like being the perfect child, or doing the career path that they've done, So she's like stepping out and doing her own thing, and he's fully supporting her with it and thinks she's actually good at what she's gonna do. That's amazing. Okay, we're gonna keep going. I'm on page 220 right now. We're getting there. We're getting through it. Do I think I'll finish it today? I don't think so, but we are going to try, because there's 560, I think, so I have like 330 pages left if I did my math correctly. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, all right, I haven't updated you guys in a while with this book. I feel like I read a lot yesterday, but I didn't like talk at all. I'm on page 451. I'm literally so close. I have like 100 pages left, but oh my gosh, like, well, first of all, they took 330 pages just to kiss, and I was like, oh my gosh, just kiss her already. Then I understood why, because they explained why he like doesn't kiss or whatever. And then like, oh my gosh, why'd he have to go and fuck it all up? And then of course, like I want to hate him right now, but like like the way he just confessed and like told her everything and then confessed his love for her, I'm like I don't want it. Like, I want to hate him for what he did, but also, like, the way, like, because when you're in a book and you're in his point of view, you see what's going on in his mind. And the whole thing happened in his point of view. So, like, you're seeing how he feels while he's saying everything. So it's like, you know he's being genuine, but she doesn't know that. I knew, like, there was going to be a big bombshell because this book is so thick and they got together literally, like, 100 pages ago, like, here. And now we're here. Anyway, I just had to update you with that because I was like mind blown. Not like mind blown, I'm just like not indecisive. I'm being pulled both directions. Like, I understand why she's hurt and she doesn't want him, but then like seeing his point of view and the way he's talking about everything that happened and like experiencing his feelings puts me like, you know? Anyway, alright, I'm gonna try and finish this book today and I will let you know all my thoughts when I finish. I have like 100 pages left, so. His letters are killing me. Oh my gosh, that last letter, I was tearing up. I was like, oh my god, stop. They need to fix this, like right now. They need to fix it right now. I'm literally dying. My heart is like pounding. They need to fix it. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's a little while later, but I just had to update you because stuff's happening in this book. And spoiler alert, I don't know if it's a spoiler alert or not because it happens pretty early, like you find out, but she has a stalker, right? Okay, so I think I know who it is. Like, I had a theory about it since like the beginning of the book, and like we're about to find out and like shit's going down and I'm like, oh my gosh. So like now I'm probably gonna stay up late. I just got home from work and finish this book because I have like 100 pages left and like it got really intense really fast. So I'm like, I need to know what happens. Like, I need to figure this out because if it's not who I think it is, then I have no idea. It's going crazy. All right, we're gonna try and finish this now. So I wish I just filmed my reaction literally like the next 2 pages after I said that, and now I'm literally like I just started reading this chapter and literally the 2nd page in, and I was not expecting that. That is not what I thought. Unless it's a scheme. I don't know. I need to keep reading. I will update you very soon. This is insane. Okay. Okay. Alright. We'll update soon. Oh my gosh. I'm in shock. It wasn't who I thought it was. But also this is like confusing me because I didn't ever think it would be this person. I'm really confused. So I'm excited to see how this works out because I don't really understand how. I hope that it gets explained because I'm very confused because I was not expecting it to be him, the person that it is. Interesting. All right, I will update you guys soon, hopefully. Hi, I forgot to update you on the end of this book. It's been like 2 days now, but I did finish Twisted Lies. I gave it a 4.75 out of 5 stars. I don't know why, just like the ending kind of like the whole time, the whole beginning, I was like, yes, this is a 5-star, like it's giving me everything I need right now. And then I don't know, somewhere along the way it kind of just went a little, you know, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I gave it 4.75 stars. I did really enjoy it and I really liked this book. I don't know if this is spoilers because you kind of find out in the beginning that, I'm pretty sure I said this, but in the beginning Stella has a stalker. Like, you find that out very quickly. Like, it's not really any spoilers or anything like that, but who it is, I didn't expect that to be the person who it was. So that was interesting. I had someone else in mind for that, but that was interesting. I don't know, because I just, like, you didn't really hear about that guy, like, at all throughout the story. You only heard about him, like, once. I feel like sometimes, like, they would, like, insert themselves in their lives, like, so I felt like, I don't know, I felt like I should have seen him more throughout the story, at least once, like, in the beginning, because, like, you see him kind of toward the middle-ish, and then never again, I feel like, unless I'm just not remembering correctly, but I don't think he was ever in it until that one point, and then you don't hear of him ever again either, so, yeah. But, like, what saved, I don't know, I love seeing guys' perspectives, because you get in their head, and so, like, seeing how much he had fallen in love with Stella was insane. Like, I loved every second of that. It was so good, like, so good. And the end, I loved the end, because it could have just ended with the whole, like, stalker thing, but she kept going for a few more chapters, and you got to see, like, their life, and I loved that, because I liked being able to, like, see past it. I feel like a lot of people usually would just stop and be like, oh, happily ever after, whatever, they got together, but then you got to actually see parts of their life in the future also, which I feel like with a lot of romances we don't get to see that. I mean, we kind of see it a little bit in glimpses, like in, like, the epilogue and everything, but this kind of went on for a couple chapters, and I actually really enjoyed seeing the progression of their relationship toward the end, which I feel like you don't get a lot of. So yeah, Twisted Lies was the third book of this reading vlog of reading series I am in the middle of. It was great, and I loved doing this video because it got knocked off 3 books for my TBR, which was insane. This has been on my TBR for over a year. Like, I don't know why I'd never picked it up when I was literally going, like, quickly through the Twisted series, and then for some reason just didn't, but I'm really glad that I got it to read it, and this video helped me go through all of that stuff, which was really exciting, because I feel like doing these kinds of reading vlogs, or any kind of reading vlogs, helped me get through my TBR, my physical TBR, more than just making, like, book haul videos, because I do still buy books, I'm not gonna lie, but it's been not as much. So I think I'm going to continue this series, though, because I definitely still have books series that I'm in the middle of that I would like to continue and would like to keep going, and I want to do more reading vlogs, so let me know the type of reading vlogs you really like to watch, or I don't know, like, anything. I have an idea for one where my fiance picks out, like, what I read, so I want to see, like, what he picks out for me for, like, a week and see what he does. Sorry this reading vlog took forever. I tend to do that. I don't know why, but it does, so I'm sorry. But yeah, that is going to be it for today's reading vlog. If you did enjoy it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below for more fun bookish content. I'm so happy you are all here, and I'm so thankful you are all here. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye!